Our first guest tonight is an Academy Award and Emmy-winning actress you know from Love Actually and Sense and Sensibility. She's currently starring in The Children Act, which is now available exclusively on DirecTV and in theaters this Friday. Let's take a look.
Court rise.
May it please you, my lady?
Yes, Mr. Soames.
My lady, may I refer you to my client's undertaking?
Your client, Mr. Soames, is in direct breach of his undertaking to this court. He's removed his daughter from the jurisdiction. Now I hear he's in Rabat with no intention of returning her. I was rather expecting to find you blushing on his behalf.
Please welcome to the show, Emma Thompson, everyone.
I'm exhausted.
Delight to have you here.
Thank you very much.
And
I'm thrilled to be here.
I want to congratulate you as well. You received an order. Am I saying this right? An order of the British Empire?
Yes.
And
Dame Commander of the British Empire.
Dame Commander.
Yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah.
Is that?
I've become much more commanding
Yes.
since it happened.
Yes.
So that little bow in that clip, you know, where you see everyone doing that, I've got everyone in the family doing that now.
Oh,
and
wow.
I've also had every seat I sit on just made slightly taller.
Just
you know,
a
so
small elevation.
It's subtle.
Yes.
It's subtle. So people are slightly, you know, just lifting their heads slightly more towards me than they did before, but they're not quite sure why.
Yes. So this isn't a situation where they say, "Oh, Emma's changed. She's sitting in the big chair." You do it so subtly that
They'll
they
never
just
know.
feel right.
They'll never know.
That's really something else. So you would say that it has effectively gone to your head. You're willing to accept that.
Effectively. Yeah, I am. I'm willing to accept that.
As far as your honors in your life, is it right up there? Was it a moment where you thought, this is really something?
Well, actually, it's quite interesting because they send you a letter saying, will you accept it? But you can choose not to. You can choose to say, well, of course, we don't have an empire anymore, thank God, because it was ghastly, colonial, racist, dreadful undertaking on every level. And actually have some moral principle about it, or you can be like me and think, it's going to be a really nice badge.
Yeah. Hard to say no to a badge.
It's hard to say no to a badge.
A good badge.
Come on.
So hard to find a good badge these days.
Absolutely, and the Queen, you know, she'll have a little handbag in which I happen to know she keeps dog biscuits.
Is that I know she's a great
truly-
lover of dogs, so...
She does. She'll open her handbag, take out a dog biscuit. I've seen this, and do like that, and the corgis roll over.
Really?
Yeah.
I love that you can reach an elevated place and still think there's nothing better than watching a dog roll over.
Yeah, it makes you
That
really
you never
like
outgrow
her.
that.
Yeah, it makes you love her, I know.
I want to talk about this film, but I'm very excited. You have a film coming up that
Yes.
is Mindy Kaling wrote called Late Night, where you play a late-night talk show host.
Yes.
Did you enjoy being part of this world, even fictionally?
I did. I thought I could get into this. And my studio was a little bit like this. My audience weren't nearly as good as you guys. But, you know...
By the way, you pandered to them so well. I think you'd be very good at this job.
I'm good at ingratiating myself with people. So yeah, and I loved it. I really did love it. I got a kind of feel for it, and because I have such admiration for you guys. I mean, it's a very hard job. Night after night, you have to, well, infuse. And that's not easy. I mean, sometimes
it's
not
easier than you think.
You know, you can't say, really?
Yeah.
You can't do this very poor film that you're in which you're not very good. How were you attracted to the role? I mean, you know, you can't say
Well, those were
like
all
that.
questions I was about to ask you, so now you've really put the rest of this interview in jeopardy.
Damn it.
Did you speak to any talk show hosts before you did it?
Well, I didn't really, actually.
Good, I'm glad,
sort of
because I
felt
know you didn't talk to me, and I would have been very insulted.
I felt I didn't need to because I've done so
have done
many talk shows.
Yeah.
And that I tell you what I did do. I watched a lot of old
Mm-hmm.
talk show because she would have because she's my age. She's like late 50s, so she would have grown up with, as I did. You know, the first talk show I did was with Johnny Carson.
Did you really?
Yes.
Wow.
I was dressed like a geography teacher. I had no idea about glamour. And Jimmy Carter was on at the same time. He was so nice.
That is a real. You
I know.
really hit the jackpot for your first talk show.
I know, it was such fun.
Yeah. My first talk show was someone canceled on Conan O'Brien, and they called me like an hour beforehand. For real.
Were you appearing as a guest?
I was a
said
guest.
no,
Yeah.
right.
No. Yeah. They said somebody canceled. Will you come up and play a pizza box? No, they really did say, will you come up and? But that was because we were in the building. He was here, and so if they ever had last minute cancellations, they would just basically ring up, and the first person who answered, they'd say, come down. It was a big deal. First time, it wasn't Jimmy Carter or anything like that, but this round goes to you.
Yeah.